everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Hey guys. I tried to add that to StreamYard where it didn't do that like ending thing on YouTube so that I could have that like in the beginning so I can get stuff together. But this thing is just too big of a file. So StreamYard wouldn't let me add it as a thing. But a lot of you guys really like that song. So I decided this morning to make like an intro for the lives to where everybody has a chance to get in here. I don't know. She's just some chick that I found on a thing that I use to edit videos that I have license to use. So it's just whatever works. Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing? It is Thursday. I bet you guys are excited that it's going to be Friday soon. A few more hours. Now, this is the second time that we have had to push this live back. The first time was because we were supposed to do it on Tuesday, and then we ended up getting the drop from the state whenever they were objecting Bryan Kohberger's change of venue motion. Then the cray stuff happened yesterday. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know that my channel disappeared off the face of the planet for 6 hours yesterday, because that was a wild ride. I had a whole freaking panic attack. Oh, it was crazy. And to think, I used the Google search engine to fix it, and Google tech I talked to couldn't even figure it out. Thank you, Elise. Oh, it was crazy. So crazy. Oh, I was scared. I was scared. I was shaking. I was just like, oh my God, what do I do? And I had to just like finish my call because I couldn't just quit all of my calls are recorded, so I couldn't just like quit my call and then just like have no reason for it. And I'm like, it was a thing. Well, hi, thank you for coming in and chatting and saying hello. Now, how many of you have already gone through these warrants? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen these warrants. Plus, you guys know to the minute. Huh? What happened? How close was I to the minute? What you mean? I'm confuzzled. The one I just put that I said 2 minutes and counting. Well, I guess technically it's 7 because I'm going to start doing that little thing now. Me too. Oh my God. I was scared. And now like half of my stuff is demonetized, like half of my things for this song, which is another reason why I like to say like F you to the man as much as I can by being on the safe side of things, right? So the test yesterday with the video of me like explaining in long form what happened, that was me testing to see if they were going to strike it now, because it's never once done that. I've never ever once in the like 2 years practically. I'm pretty sure I switched to that song hella early on because whenever I started, you guys know that Kylie Rodney was it. Like, we're about to hit our 2-year mark here. And it was like a static sound, and I had like neon things kind of coming up, and it was just like fast, like 5 seconds. It was like 5 seconds. Oh gosh, did I skip somebody? See, I'm like talking and not paying attention. I'm trying to make sure I hit all y'all before we get started. I just lost my train of thought because I was trying to see. I'm telling you, I must have like literally gotten ADHD once I became an adult. Hey, what's up, buddy? I heard that were you sick? Somebody said that you weren't feeling well, and I was hoping that you were going to be okay. I hadn't seen you online in a while. You have never seen the warrants. Okay, we're going to go through the social media warrants only today. We're going to go through the social media warrants only today because of that Garrett report that's been going around again. Because I think that it's important that with the speculation that's coming out of the insanity that's not accurate, that we go in and we look at the actual public records for what Moscow actually pulled when it comes to social media. And I also was thinking about this the other day. Thank you. Me too. I was freaking out, girl. I was thinking about this the other day and this morning. Like, these are only the ones that Moscow has, because, you know, the feds, ISP, like they all sort of like had their hands in this case, right? So, I mean, there's probably other warrants that we haven't seen yet that might end up being public record later. But right now we're looking at just these. But I figured that was probably like something important to think about. Yeah, because they demonetized it. I explained it in a video that I posted yesterday. It's not very long, but yeah, it's a whole like, it's all boo-boo. I'm gonna start I actually renamed the one that I made yesterday just so that I could actually like get a hold of you guys. Hopefully, like try to get a hold of you guys and get a hold of Google or YouTube or whatever. I already renamed that one, just like it's literally just called I'll figure this out later. Because me and the kids have, like you guys know, been talking about like doing something. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. And I took everything off of it. It's just cleared completely out, and I'm just gonna do whatever I do with it later. But it's just sitting there. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go through, and I checked to make sure. I'm sorry if I have not like clicked on your comment, because I've been trying, and it's been 10 minutes now, so I really just want to like get the documents up and so we can get going, because I am curious. Okay, so I'm gonna pull. I mean, not curious. I'm curious if I notice anything different. Because I've looked through these quite a few times, and I like skimmed through them a little bit like a couple of days ago. And is this the right one? Oh, that's the wrong layout though. See, I'm bad at this, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, and I've got like all of my stuff's not playing. Get it together. There we go. All right, now let me fix. No, that's not it. Is it this one? No. That won't work. Okay. And that's not what I want. All right. So we're going to start at the very beginning. And I did check, like I was starting to say, and there's no new documents or anything from today at all. I wanted to make sure, because we were going to have to push some stuff again. Okay. So we're going to start at the very first one, and we're just going to like go through to where the warrants actually start. And of course, this is where like all of the sealing of everything happens. So here's the Amazon, American Express. Then we have Apple. Now we're being told that Bryan Kohberger has an iPhone, but this is only 4 Apple warrants. So I'm just going to assume, if I can remember correctly, that they were for like all 4 of the victims. I don't remember if they had one this early on for Brian's phone. That's not his number. Anyway. That's not even what I want to look at. I just got rid of it. Okay. So then we have AT&T, Bank of America, Banner Band, Block. That wasn't social media. Blue Ridge Knives, Charter Communications, Coeur d'Alene, Forensic Lab, Discover Bank, Dropbox. Not social media. Document platform. eBay, Elon Financial Services. 2 for, no, not 2. These are 2 different ones. Idaho Central Credit Union and Idaho Department of Labor. And then another bank, Numerica, Potlatch Bank. Remember the banks? We're going to do another one about the banks. Because like as an adult, I have multiple accounts because I budget better if I have like household bills doing one thing, my YouTube stuff doing one thing, personal stuff doing one thing, savings and investments doing one thing. Like I need everything separate, right? As a full-grown, almost 40-year-old woman with 3 kids, all right? College people, I don't feel should have so many accounts like this. And I know people have been questioning it a lot, so I do kind of like, I want to go back through it. So then we have Verizon, Washington, DoorDash, Extreme Networks, Google. Google owns social media platforms, so to me it counts. We'll open Google first. Now, something that I mention a lot, I'm pretty sure it was an iPhone. Pretty positive it was an iPhone. Pretty positive. Oh my goodness. Somebody said that earlier. I mean, I appreciate it, guys. I really do. That's sweet of you guys. Somebody said that earlier, and I said, yeah, it's kind of funny. You can't tell by my skin and my voice that I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day for 20 years. Menthol cigarettes at that. I can still hit a high note, sing, belt it out, all the things. You can't even tell I ever smoked a cigarette. So I don't know. Fountain of youth, I guess. Stress actually doesn't stress you, like age you, I guess. I don't know. I still get ID'd, which is insane. Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned a lot in the videos, most of all of this up here, like this right here is a page to start with, page 6, but so much of this is formatting. So really your eyes just kind of like, once you look at these so much, your eyes just kind of like dart to where it needs to. So really the main thing that I look at whenever I'm scanning through these is the way the page is formed, so I know where to stop whenever the information becomes relevant. So you look at the dates. This is all formatting and judge signatures and formatting and judge signatures. It's not until you get down to this is where you originally find out who did the warrant. This is one from Maori. Okay. Then this one is where it shows who he is, the dates for everything, where it went after it got back, when they got it back, all the things. Okay. This one is for a Gmail account. And of course it's redacto, and it was done on January 3rd. So this is one that was done after. So that's another thing that's I have like issues with a lot of these, is that most, like, if not, I'm pretty positive all of them are after Bryan Kohberger's arrest. So what I really want to know is, where are the warrants from pre-arrest? Like, did they not check a damn thing? Did they literally just go off of the IgG that they're now trying to exclude and the IgG only, and then go over there and, oh, look at that. The buccal swab matches what they put together in the lab from the knife sheath. That's the guy. And they never did a single search warrant before they arrested him? Because as far as I can remember, and I might be proven wrong, and this rant might literally be all for nothing here in a few minutes once we keep going, but from right now, off the top of my head, remembering going through all of these in the first place, they're all after arrest, which I find just a little interesting, if that's the case. So again, January 3rd for a Google account that's redacted. There's a portal. Most of these will have physical, like, not physical, I guess, because it's all on the internet, portals that these cops log into. They put their information in, and then they easily log back in whenever the information is over, and it gets pulled right back out of the internet. They never have to do anything physical with anything, which is also one of the issues I have with the DNA profiling with the IgG, because they take something physical and they create a digital copy of it. And the way that they do it, it just sounds like there's a lot of room for error, like a whole shit ton of room for error, honestly, like a lot. So then they ended up getting the instructions to receive the information on January 4th. Again, it just says data related to Google account blank. I'm kind of assuming it's Bryan's because it is after arrest. But maybe not. I don't know. But it's only one name. Address of, and then like one person's information, really. So I think this is probably Bryan's. Okay. So then we have the next one, a secondary Google one. Again, it's all the same. If you guys haven't seen this before, that's what you guys will see. It's all the same formatting, and it doesn't mean anything until page 5. Okay. So then again, Lawrence Maori. Okay. You know what? I just realized that I skipped on something that actually will answer my whole rant that I probably, like I told you guys, just went on for like no reason. Right here. No, that wasn't for no reason. This is January 4th all the way around. Okay. I only did that because this one is actually for December 22nd. This is pre-arrest. This one right here is pre-arrest. But who is it for? Okay, so they actually served this one on December the 5th. So I wonder if this is for one of the victims or if it was for a suspect. But it would only be in here if it was for Bryan. From August 1st, 2022 to November 19th of 22. Nope, it's Kaylee's. See, it says it right there. So this is Kaylee's. So Kaylee's was the only Gmail account that they searched pre-arrest. And then it looks, from me assuming, would have been Bryan's Gmail account because of the date and it being after the arrest. Okay. Match group, isn't that the matchlike.com, right? Like, isn't this a social media technically because it's a dating site? I guess I can include that in social media because it's a way to network. But that's what this is, right? Tinder records. Okay, yeah, this is the Tinder warrants. So yeah, I'll retitle it and it'll be social media / Tinder. Whatever. Yeah, it'll be like that. A month. and a half practically. A month. So they didn't get the tender warrant until a month later. They didn't get the tender warrant signed until January 30th. Hold on, that don't make no sense. Okay, it's been returned. Okay. January 25th, 5 days difference. So yeah, again, after arrest. Tinder after arrest. So they didn't check any of their Tinder or social. Okay, so if Kaylee was like dating around and there was all these like whatever speculations going on about Kaylee meeting somebody dating, they didn't pull her Tinder account until after they arrested Bryan, so they weren't even looking at that angle. Is that what I'm assuming here? That they didn't look at that angle whatsoever and they didn't check until after Bryan was arrested? Okay, so here's the second one. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so okay, December 7th. This is pre. Okay, they got this one early. See, again, I just be ranting for no reason. Again, no, 10-ish days, 15 days, 16-ish days afterwards. So they got this one before that. So then whose was that afterwards? Was it Bryan's? Was it Bryan's? Because if they already did one for Kaylee prior to his arrest, then they wouldn't have to do another one for her. There would be no difference. And this one says it's specifically for Kaylee. And the other one didn't say anything, I don't think. I'll go back and make sure. Okay. 12/6. Pre-arrest. All blank. This one's kind of strange. So let me go back and open Kaylee's. It stopped freaking sharing the page again. This is going to get on my damn nerves. Okay. Let me go back to the one that was for Kaylee. Because it actually had her name on it. And this other one just has like the address on it, which is a bit weird. I'm going to open them all. Because there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so this is the first one I opened. No, they're probably not. I don't think they're in chronological order. Okay, so this one was December 22nd. Match group LE portal. And it said Kaylee's name down here somewhere. Was it up here? I just saw her name on here somewhere. Or maybe it was this one. (12/6). 1, 2, 2, 4. Okay, so this one was for Maddie. Okay. So we'll put this one on this tab. And who was this one for? This one was done on 12/6. 1, 2, 2, 4. Is that the same exact one? Mm-hmm. Here's Kaylee's right here. So then why does this one not have the damn name on it like that? Okay, see, okay. So this is Maddie's. Okay, this is this page right here that looks like this. So I can like make sure I'm showing you guys like the same page. Okay. Okay. This one shows, let me make sure. Am I tripping? This warrant's weird. Okay. Seriously, this warrant's weird. This one's weird. Okay. Let me make sure that, let me see this other one does the same thing real quick so that I can like put them all together. See, this one is even, this one's weirder too. Okay. I don't know why I didn't notice this before. Okay. This one right here is specifically for Maddie. Okay. Specifically for Maddie. Number ending in 1224. January 1st, 2021 to present. Okay. This one's Kaylee's. Okay. Kaylee specifically 4818 number. Same dates, January 1st, 2021 to present. Look how freaking different this one is. Okay. This isn't even the weird one. This is a different one. Okay. And they're all Tinder. Just, I'm trying to like, I'm making sure I highlight things so you guys can see that I'm not tripping. Like these are weird. I don't understand what these are strange to me. Okay. This one is for all of them. Tinder, Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan. Like it's talking about the homicides of them, right? See, look, I was tripping. See, I told you guys I was tripping. See, this is why I normally don't do lives, because I sometimes will read stuff that doesn't make any sense. And then I have to go back and relook and pay attention. I have to go back and like, and make sure that I'm reading stuff correctly. Because sometimes I jump ahead and I don't read it right. Okay. So this one is for Bryan's right here. Well, then who is this one for? Okay, see, I was still right about this one right here being strange. There's no names on this one. This is literally just all subscribers' information for all of these accounts. Whose accounts are these? Do we know whose accounts these are? Have we ever figured that out? Like who else we were looking at? See, I don't like that it doesn't share the screen and like change my screen. They need to change that. Okay. This one doesn't have any names. This one literally says all subscribers' information between March 1st of 21 through March 31st of 21, including but not limited to biographical data. Basically, everyone. This is almost like a dating site geofencing weapon. I mean, warrant. It's like a geofencing warrant for a dating site. This is literally like everyone on Tinder in that area. Is this legal? Is this legal for them to do? Do y'all see this screen? No, it's UID. No. So they can do that? See, that's why I was like tripping out about why this one like looked funny. And then I saw that the other one right here, this one right here, is the one for Bryan. But I didn't notice Bryan's name at first. And I saw like all of their names on it. And I was already like weirded out about the way that this one looks. And so I just wasn't sure what I was seeing. So let me like make sure, because I forgot that the stupid screens don't switch. StreamYard, if you can hear me, we have very, very advanced AI. Okay. You guys could easily create a program here to where whenever I switch tabs, it switches along with me so I don't look crazy. Okay. Okay. So like I mentioned, this one is just for Maddie. Okay. Switch screen. This one right here is just for Kaylee. All right. Switch screen. This one is for Bryan. This one is for everyone in the area. Everyone in the area. Now, somebody posted a comment about how they're trying to claim that geofencing warrants are like constitutionally, like a constitutional violation. So if it's a constitutional violation, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because I actually wanted to do like a video about it. How would I even word this? Geofencing constitutional violation. I don't know how I would put this. Okay. Oh, they've made a ruling. I wasn't aware. Do you see this? What? Type it in here. But do you see this? This just happened 2 days ago. Like I knew that they were talking about it, but I didn't know they had made a ruling. You did? Well, and I know that it's done a lot of good. And if, like if you're, I mean, I understand that like not everyone's information needs to get looked into. So I understand the point. But whenever you have like missing children and stuff like that, like it's hard to be okay with it not being okay to be used. You know what I mean? Like I understand, but then you also think of that. Okay, so I guess maybe let me go big for a second. Let me see. I saved one. Is this the right one? Okay. So a geofencing warrant, and if I get any of this wrong, you guys, I'm not looking at what I'm reading now. I'm looking at the chat. So if I get this wrong, do what you do, okay? A geofencing warrant is basically like a locational geographical warrant where they basically are like, I want to know whose cell phone connected to this tower between this time and this time on this date. Everyone, no matter the network, no matter if they're a suspect or not, no matter if they're literally just driving through and never done anything before. It's basically like everyone in the area gets put on a list. That's how it was explained to me. So it's basically like letting the cops know where you were close to that tower just because you're on a list for something that they're looking for, and you basically being on like a suspect list for no reason other than that you touched the tower. Yeah, everything. Yeah, connected to a tower within a certain mileage. Like in this case, it was 0.5 and 2 mile radius. Yeah, what Heather said. Let me put that one right here. Right. So they're now I'll share the screen and explain what's like happening now. And I'll end up like clipping this out and doing this part, like, I guess on a little separate video, because to me, this is pretty important. Okay. So I heard a few days ago that they were trying to decide whether it was actually unconstitutional because it basically is like I said, everyone that touched the tower ends up on this basically like person of interest list until the cops can mark you off because now you touched a tower that was in a radius for a crime. So they've officially stated that it's unconstitutional, completely unconstitutional. A federal appeals court has ruled that geofence warrants are unconstitutional, a decision that will limit the use of the controversial search warrants across several U.S. states. The Friday ruling from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit, which covers Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas, found that geofence warrants are categorically prohibited by the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unwarranted search and seizures. Civil liberties and privacy advocates applauded the ruling, which effectively makes the use of geofence warrants and unlawful across the 3 U.S. states for now. So it's just for 3 states: Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. That's kind of strange that it was done that way for the U.S. Appeals Court, but it didn't cover the entire U.S. Oh, it's just the Fifth Circuit. Interesting. So if you don't live in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Texas, you're going to show up on a geofencing warrant if one has to get pulled from an area where you are. Geofence warrants, also known as reverse search warrants, allow police to draw a shape on a map, such as over a crime scene, and demand that Google or any other company that collects user locations search its entire banks of location data for any phone or device that was in that area at a specific point in time. That's wild. But critics have long argued that geofence warrants are unconstitutional because they can be overbroad and include information on entirely innocent people. The court case centers on an armed robbery of a U.S. Postal Service worker in Mississippi in February of 2018, in which police used a geofence warrant to identify the individual suspected of the robbery. The Fifth Circuit's opinion comes to a different conclusion than a similar case heard last month in the Fourth Circuit. Okay, the Fourth Circuit is, I believe, the one that the commenter had actually told me about, if I remember correctly, which covers North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. That ruling found that accessing Google's stores of location data does not count as a search and upheld the legality of geofence warrants across those states. So this is something that, once again, the states are going to end up doing differently. It'll be okay in one state. It won't be okay in another state, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Which, I mean, I get it when it comes to constitutional rights, but then again, like me and Heather, and I'm pretty sure a crap ton of people agree, okay, when you have like some crazy serial killer on the loose that's literally proven to be a serial killer, there are signs and things that get left behind in proof. When there's a child that has gone missing, whenever it's a situation where you know that it's worth it. I mean, if you're innocent, you've got nothing to hide, then cool. I drove down by Walmart yesterday. Awesome that you had to spend 20 minutes to like clear me because all I did was go shopping and come back to my house. But that's still like, I don't know. I get the constitutional thing, but it's just like I say, like we have all these satellites in the sky that are literally tracking us 24/7, like literally 24/7. And there's still how many hundreds of thousands of children missing every single year that just vanish into thin air that we never find again. Those satellites could probably find. It's annoying to me. But that's just me. Okay, I'm going to actually close this off and redo it because it was showing my share thing twice at the top of the screen and it was annoying the shit out of me. Okay, so reshare. All right. Why did it do that? All right. Okay. So now we have the meta. We have meta. Here's the first one. Now, Meta is like a Facebook and Instagram, right? Meta is what platforms? I don't really do social media that much. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp. What's Threads? I'm not going to Google it because I don't really care, but if anybody knows what Threads is, put it in the chat. It sounds like a, what, clothing? Probably clothing or whatever. I'm going to assume. Okay. Oh. It's on Instagram? Is it? I mean, I know. And I mean, it doesn't help their case that they've already like not corrected the fact that they don't have anything clear enough either. And then it also doesn't help that Ann Taylor has stood up in court and said, y'all have given me surveillance or pictures or whatever it was of a car at the cannabis shop on like in between the two states. And it's not Brian's car. So why do I have it? So it doesn't help. Doesn't help. Okay. So again, this is Meta. Let's go down here and see 12.2. Okay. So prior. Lawrence Mowry. Okay, he actually obtained for Facebook specifically on 11/21. There's no specific information there. One, two, three, four. 4 identifiers. And you know what else is weird? Look right here. It just shows Ann Ethan Chapin, and for some reason they didn't redact Ethan's name, but they redacted these, which is probably the girls, right? Probably the girls. But I wonder why they didn't redact Ethan's name. Okay, so that's the first one. Let me go back to this tab. Okay, so this one's number 2. And okay, 11/21. Now, it said Facebook and Instagram, but he crossed it out. And then it also said Latah County Sheriff's Department / Moscow / ISP. And then it got crossed out and just left Moscow. That's weird. No description on this page. This one's Maddie. So here's a question. If this one is specifically for Maddie, would they have redacted her name on that first one? Let me open that one again. See? If they have one specifically for Maddie, why would they have had her on this one and redacted? Does that make sense? It almost feels like that wouldn't be her on here. With what? We're going over the Tinder warrants. Well, we're going over the Tinder and the social media warrants. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna make this bigger. Hold on, I can't read it. Maybe Ethan has a bunch of emails and a phone number that would be redacted. Well, the name could go either way. I don't know. I feel like these would be, I think these are names. Like 4 names and 4 identifiers, but for some reason they didn't redact Ethan's. I mean, I don't know. I would love to know. I don't understand. I don't know why some of these names and stuff are redacted anyway. Like, we knew who the victims were. I don't know why they did that. I think this one's Mowry. I mean, maybe, but they wouldn't have written Ethan Chapin, and redacted 3 Ethan Chapin names and left 1. You know what I mean? And the only reason why it had to be left in here is because it had Ethan's name on it, and they didn't want to rerun another warrant just for Ethan. Good point, Tara. Could be suspects. See, and that's something too. Like, I don't believe whatsoever that anything on that report is legit. I just don't. I feel like if Bryan was going to follow, like, them on social media because of his interest in the case, I don't think he would have only followed the blondes. I think he probably would have followed all 4. Because you know how many people started following their pages after that happened, knowing, sadly enough, that there was never going to be another update on there from them, and they got hundreds of thousands of followers on those accounts before they got. Actually, I don't know if they're down or not. I never go on their social medias. Like in the very beginning, yeah, but I don't like keeps some people obsessed. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't know. That's a good point. Yeah, because they were surveilling some. They really had no clue about what the hell they were going to do until this IgG stuff, according to everything. So I don't know. I don't know why we would have a separate one for Maddie. For Facebook. I mean, it says it's Instagram. But if they're going to show her name for Facebook, why are they redacting anything here? I don't understand. See, in that too. Does it keep losing connection? I just got like a little notification saying that my browser had lost connection, but everything looks fine. Did it go black? I think it did that earlier, but I didn't notice it's not doing anything. Like it just keeps popping up a little message. I don't know. I highly doubt it's the real Papa Roger, but Papa Roger comments on my stuff quite often and has been in my chat. Same icon and everything. I don't know if it's the same person or not. But the Papa Roger account that was apparently causing. Okay, it didn't do anything. Why did it do that? It had like a big old red box. Browser lost connection. Thing is tripping. It was reactive, like not reactivated, but active. I guess reactivated. Yeah. Apparently in like the bio, it has she or something like that, or updated her or something like that. Something like that. Yeah. But it's been active since his arrest. I just don't know if it's the same one that pops up on YouTube or not. Because, you know, once something gets popular, people like make a bunch of accounts. Okay, let's open this other one. So that was 2. 1, 2, now 3. Okay. Let's see. Maori. 11/21. Now this one says Facebook, but so did this one right here. The one that has Ethan and a bunch of other redacted names. Didn't it say Facebook? It said Facebook. And then he said he got an email back from Instagram. And what this says is Instagram, but he sent the warrant to Facebook. And this one is for Facebook. Did you send it directly to Facebook, or was it weird too? No, it is Facebook. Okay. So this one is Facebook, but it looks like he had to like white it out and type it in on a different font. Look how different that is. Can y'all see how different that font is right here? That's interesting. Okay, so go back down. See, this one's for Ethan. So that's weird. Honestly, to me, because I mean, I get that this is Instagram, but why is his name like these have got to be somebody other than the victims? I don't understand why they would redact. This is going to bother me now. This is going to be something that I question. Like, they're showing all the victims' names. Why would they redact these if they were the victims? This isn't the victims. This has got. I wonder if it's frat. I wonder if it's frat, or if it's Hunter Johnson, his girlfriend, whoever was there that morning. I wonder if that's who this is for, along with Ethan. Because we know for a fact, right? We know for a fact who was called over that morning, or at least we know for a fact at least one person out of who knows how many was called over that morning. That's what I mean, like the frat boys or Hunter. I mean, I guess it could be Dylan or Bethany, but there's another like name. There's a comma right here. Or it looks like there's a comma right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 usernames. So that leads me to believe that there's supposed to be definitely more names. Don't. Couch? Maybe. Maybe. Probably this. I mean, it's possible, but I still feel like there's another one. But maybe. Yeah, maybe the siblings. Maybe. I feel like for sure there should be a warrant for Hunter Johnson. But then again, like I said, this is only Moscow. This is only Moscow. We don't know what the FBI did, what ISP did, what anybody else did. We have no clue. That was 3. Okay, this is number 4. Okay. Maori. 11/21 for Facebook plus Instagram. Okay. I said 11/21, right? So this is pre-arrest. Yeah. Something Facebook and something Instagram, but these 2 names are redacted. So I will assume that means that this is for 2 different people, maybe? This is 2 different people? This person's Facebook, but this other person's Instagram? That's what this looks like. Yeah. That's kind of interesting, though. Okay, so it's Xana's. We should probably go down to this page before we look at the dates. This is page 11. Okay, so almost all the way at the bottom. So I guess on Facebook, she went by one name, and on Instagram, she went by something different, which is not unusual. Okay. That was number 4. Okay, here's number 5. I'll go down to 13 just straight away to just get to the name. Let's go straight down here. Right here. Maddie. Okay, so Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan. Maybe Dylan and Bethany, but who would be this other one? Would that maybe be the one that's not living there anymore, Couch? What date was this? Way pre-arrest, 12/2. And way pre the date that, you know, they basically, if I can remember correctly, it wasn't till like what, around December the 20th, around the 20th, that the information got sent over to Moscow about the IgG. It's probably not the correct date, but it was around there, around the 20th. It was late. That's how, like, you know, it didn't take long. I think maybe like 7-8 days they had his name, and then we're grabbing him inside his mama's house, something like that. I mean, yeah, probably Ashland. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know who it would be. I don't know what minor it would be. No, he was arrested December 30th. December 15th was never Bryan Kohberger was killed. But it was, I'm pretty positive, the 30th of December that they arrested Bryan. Bryan Kohberger arrest date. Yeah, December 30th. Boop. So if the 4 victims are on here and there's 3 redacted names, you take away the 2 survivors, who the heck is this one? And then it says Maddie with this identifier, or no, Maddie with these 2 identifiers. There's 2 spaces. Oh, this is weird, actually. Okay. All contact and personal information, including for Madison Maddie Mogen with the following identifiers. And then it goes into another redacted name with the following identifiers. Redacted name with the following identifiers. Redacted name with the following identifiers. Redacted. Kaylee Goncalves with the following identifiers. Redacted. Ethan with the following. Redacted. Xana with the following. Redacted. From August 1st of 22 to November 19th of 22. I always did find it interesting that they went past the date of the event. Well, thank you. Thank you. Say it louder. Did you say anything in text? Because sometimes it doesn't show it to me, and I will go check. Let me know in the comments, and I will go check. I promise. What are you talking about? How are you? I don't understand. We're going through. This is social media warrants. We talk about math for. Jack Mormons? Who are Jack Mormons? What does that mean? They're ex-Mormons? I can Google it. Somebody raised in Mormonism who still identifies with the Mormon culture to some extent, but not the belief system or the church. Oh. Huh? I don't know what you mean. Laugh about what? Oh, hey, Jules. Actually, I'll just call you by your real name because everybody knows you by Julia. I mean, maybe, because I know Murphy has one now. But they created it. I don't think he didn't have an Instagram before. Oh, in the comment, like in the chat. Okay, I was like, I don't know, but I'll go find out for you real quick. Okay, but see, these are the kind of like comments that like exactly. Now, I will say this, it's very possible that there are warrants that they have kept redacted, but I'll say that, or I mean sealed for us not to see, but they would still be showing up on the case of interest summary page. And there's nothing crazy looking in there or anything that says anything about any sort of OF account or anything like that. And like, I know that it's been a big talk. It's been a big talk, but I honestly don't understand why it's been such a big talk. Because the really like the biggest thing that people get from that is Kaylee's vehicle. And again, down payment, credit ran, monthly payments like everybody else in America. So, I mean, they took her like kind of vehicle that she drove and the fact that they were beautiful and just that's what they did with it. And I don't really think it has any substance. That's just right, and that's what I had mentioned at the beginning. I guess I just mentioned it again. Yeah, these are only that's something that we do need to keep in mind, that these are only the Moscow PD warrants. It is something important that we have to keep in mind. We have to, because we don't know what ISP might have done. We don't know what the feds might have done, but whatever they did do is in discovery, and Ann Taylor and Cy and everyone else has seen it, and they're still standing up and stating what they're stating. So I'm really honestly not too worried about what the other warrants show. Again, that's just my opinion on the current state of things. I don't understand those people. Like, look, I only know about what they're doing because you guys tell me. I don't watch them. I don't. Unless multiple people. Okay, I don't just go over there and waste an hour and a half of my life. Okay, because one person tells me to. If I get like 5, 6 people saying, "Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you hear this? Blah blah blah," then I'll go take a look, and I usually do a video because it means a bunch of you are interested in what's happening and want me to talk about it. So I go and I do that. But I don't, guys. I mean, I don't even understand it. And it's not even them, honestly. Let's just face it. Let's face it. It's not the other two. It's the one. It's the one. The other boys are innocent. It's just too much. It's too much. We're going to get back to this, though. We're going to get back to this, though. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, what one is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. One last one. So right here they wrote in Facebook with the parentheses of Instagram. Make it bigger. And then, okay, redacted. This is one redacted name, and then there's a comma. That's a first name, that's a last name, comma, and then a name, and Kaylee, with the following identifiers, blah, 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 blah. 3 people and Kaylee? Who's this? 3 people and Kaylee. Who is this? Does it say anything different? So they want people, like I said, like this is how I look at it. This is how I am interpreting what I'm seeing. There's a space and a comma, a space and another space continues in a comma, which means this is a first name, this is a last name, that's person number 2. Then there's another person right here, number 3, and then here's Kaylee. And this one was done on 11/20. So a week later. 6-person couch. Yeah. I mean, I don't know though, because she wasn't living there. Possible. I don't know. I think it's really more like, honestly, I'm just going to say it's either frat guys or it's the initial people that were called over that morning. But the amount of redacted names on top of unredacted names, they're not all matching up on all the pages. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why you really can't speculate on exactly who and like make all kind of crazy stories up and put a bunch of crap together. This is about as far as the speculation can really go, guys. It really can't go into names and who, what, where, and let's place which Facebook and which Instagram. People that are doing that are just doing too damn much. Like they doing this too much. This is about as far as you could go. Because you don't have proof or any realistic amount of real information to go any further than this. But this is what we do. Yeah, but it wouldn't be the usernames on top of over here on the front. It would be down here where the identifiers are. Brian, what in the world? What does this say? I mean, I know Quinn is the boyfriend, right? Dylan's boyfriend. Yeah, but if he wasn't there, but then again, we don't know the truth, so who knows? I mean, we don't know. We don't know because we only know what we're hearing from how many degrees of separation. We heard it from Daniel, who heard it from Christy, who got it from Hunter Johnson, who was there in real life. But we don't know exactly the time. And we don't know if there were people called over there before that either. Because Hunter Johnson could have been called over at a decent time for the cover as well. There's a lot of different theories. I'm not going to go into too much. I know, that's another thing, Tara. Does it make sense to redact victims on one warrant and not another? I know. And if this is another one where it's redact, 3 redacts, and then a victim's name that's left on there. The other one was Ethan's. These are just these are just the social media warrants. So I don't know if you've seen like the Garrett Fields report that's been going back around trying to say that they have like proof or whatever that Bryan was following the girls. They don't. It's absolute unvetted boo-boo. That's all it is. So only because that's coming back around, we're going back through the social media warrants because what I'm really trying to do, and like we're looking through all of them right now, but what I'm going to end up doing besides like a real short synopsis, sweet to the point of the objection that the state filed, I'm going to also do like a before and after around the same dates of this Garrett Fields discovery report, because it doesn't really look like they have any warrants for Bryan's social media prior to his arrest. From what I can tell, that's why, I mean, and I actually like have, like this right here is my Idaho 4 folder. I actually have like a bunch of paperwork and I'm pretty positive I've actually done some of this separation and organization before. So in order to sort of like make sense because of all the chaos from this report, I'm just trying to go off of what we have public access to so that we can sort of bring our receipts for the reasons why, I mean, well, not we, like me, y'all have y'all's own opinion. I can bring my receipts for the reasons why I am being Daniel, but on my side of things, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to do it right. So that's why we're looking through all of this stuff. And again, like, but that's also why I say these are just Moscow. These are just Moscow. But then I preface that with, and all the discoveries Ray has seen would contain everything on top of Moscow. It would contain feds if there was anything given to them. We know that game they're playing. It would contain anything from the ISP, all of it. and they can still say what they say. So we're going to at least try to do, with the receipts as best we can. So I just question why they have so many redactions and they allow the victims' names to stay on it. Like, who would that possibly be? Who could that possibly be? I don't know. Okay, that was it for the meta. So then we have the Moscow Police Department. I guess I can make this one bigger too. Can y'all still read that? Oh, my head in the... Okay. PayPal and Venmo. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and open this because you can send messages on payment. So let's see. On both, right? And there was already a situation with Ethan's Venmo. I know that people talked about that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Lowry. Nope. I just put both of his names together. That was ridiculous. Lawrence Mowry. Okay. Obtained 1119. They would have not even known who Bryan was. This was before they even saw the car at WSU. So this ain't got nothing to do with Bryan. But this one also is including the feds. This has a special agent also getting the information. Ethan, Maddie, Xana, Kaylee. 'Tis all. Oh, and 3 more people. Okay, so then that's something else. Guys, we have the 4 victims. We have 1 roommate. Dose roommate. Who the hell's this? This is on the 19th. This is not Bryan Kohberger. Who is this? Jack? I don't think so. I need to do a video on Jack. I think he's innocent. I'm going to say it right now. I think he's innocent. I think he's just as innocent as Bryan Kohberger. And I think it's hilarious the people that are still on the Jack D train are only on the Jack D train for the exact same reasons why Bryan is also not the guy who did it. Where's his injuries? Where's his injuries? His little old self. You think he can do that? No. Hunter Johnson, probably. See, I know a lot of people keep thinking Ashlyn, but she wasn't there. See, maybe because he was at the grub truck, but then that would also be something that we would need to go in and check the dates on too. Did they know about the grub truck before or after this warrant? Because it was Olivia that found it, right? It was Olivia that found it, from what I can remember. I don't think it's Jack. I think he didn't answer the phone because he didn't want to deal with his drunk ex-girlfriend that was about to move to Texas and have nothing to do with him ever again. There was also a voicemail that he apparently had on his phone from Kaylee that he let the Goncalveses listen to prove that it wasn't just a bunch of crazy phone calls just from some psycho trying to lure him over or anything like that. Her voice was on the voicemail. Did he? Right, but she's the one who right. That's how she was able to go in and actually pull it and give it to the cops. I remember, yeah. Because he picked them up from there. That makes sense. And see, that's another thing too. There's so many people still on the private driver, and I'm like, guys, it's been how freaking long now? Can y'all just chill? Yeah, you can't. I don't think Jack S had anything to do with it either, honestly. I mean, I don't know too much about Jack S. I mean, people have their things. I don't know. I don't think it would have been just for some. I mean, the people that are being named might know some details now, but I just don't think they've got it in them. So does a Fed. Some people ask me if I knew about that, and that's actually the first time I put a video out, like specifically taking up for Steve whenever he was first kind of like out and talking. And I found it really ridiculous what the Fed was saying, but that's before we sort of started like seeing Steve. So I've kind of wanted to go back over it. Not like saying anything, but I think it's a bit strange. Private driver? You can't? Are you stuck on the private driver, the old man? Are you for real? You know how old? He's old. I mean, not like decrepit old, but he's an older gentleman. Yeah, killing an animal, killing a human are two completely different things. And he just didn't seem like he was angry. I don't know. I don't know too much about Jackass. I don't have a reason to say I think it could be him. I have 1,000 reasons for it not being Jack D. Yeah, they can be pervs, but they can't take out 4 people, including somebody the size of Ethan, in 7 minutes on 2 floors in the middle of the night with a blade. Just can't. You just can't. Okay, let's see this next one. Reddit. Let's look at Reddit. Lawrence. November 20th. So still before they ever saw the car at his apartments. And it's for Reddit. Only for Kaylee. So Snapchat. Snapchat. Maddie. Only Maddie. Here's the other one. Oop, too big. Go down here. Okay. Xana, Kaylee, Ethan, blank number 1, blank number 2, and blank number 3. So we had one for Maddie by herself. And then we have the other 3 victims together on one. And then 1, 2, 3 blanks. So again, take away the 2 living there. I just feel like by what date was this? 11/21. I feel like by then they would have known that Ashlyn Couch had been out of that house for a while, and it would have been useless, in my opinion, to run her thing. Was there somebody else there that night that we don't know about, maybe? Because, like, okay, hear me out. Hear me out for a second. And I'm just now thinking about this, like, right now. Okay, like, this is just coming to my brain right now. What if there was somebody there and maybe, like, the running naked man or running naked person was, like, somebody that one of the girls had over and he ran off whenever shit got cray-cray and the cops still didn't get called? I mean, that's a big possibility too, because we've got this is like what, number 2, number 3? where we have an additional blank name that don't make sense. Can you imagine being that much of a wimp that you ran out of a house naked while people were getting brutally murdered inside of it like a little biatch? Heather, baby, I just did. Scared little biatch. Told to shut up. We know where you live. Told to shut up. We know where you live. It's just very strange. Because if we're going to say that Bryan wasn't there, and to me he wasn't there, they're not proving to me that he was there. They're not. I just wish there was more of an explanation for who this like additional person was, because these are all pre-Bryan. This is all pre them ever even knowing that he existed, before they ever saw his car in the system at WSU. I mean, what if it's Hunter Johnson and he wasn't called over there? But that doesn't really make any sense either. See, that doesn't even make sense. It'd make more sense for Hunter Johnson to have been actually called over, because they would have phone records of that by now. Not if they can't find him in the dark and shit's popping off, or you got something pointed at you telling you get out, or I'm gonna. Okay, you never know. Parents kill their children. What you mean? I'm just saying. I don't trust nobody. But I believe more likely he was called over. I don't think he had anything to do with it. Personally, I don't have a reason to. It makes more sense for him to be called over. To me, it's more like, why was he called over? I just wish that there was an explanation for who this person was. I wish we had answers to this question. What about the camera they had out watching some sky stuff? Yeah, I know. The post about that completely disappeared. Literally all of that. Did y'all catch the slip of the tongue the other day, calling that car the same thing that SG called it? What do you mean? Whenever he said cilantro almost, or something like that? Was it on the Crime TV interview, or you said somebody else said the exact same thing? Who called it that? Interview room? Huh. No, the Celica was like in a trailer park type area from what I can remember. It was red, wasn't it? I have to go back and watch it. I know that after, like, maybe 2 days after, Court TV uploaded the full interview, or like, I guess a different angle of the interview maybe than the one that Vinny played on Court TV. So I don't know. It might be the same. Red Mustang. It might be the same. It might not. Cilantro. See, that's crazy. Why they keep messing up? That's what he said. I can't either, but I was asked to watch an episode of theirs soon here for the change of venue stuff. So I'm going to try to do that this weekend. I have a theory. I mean, I have a theory about Kopaka. It doesn't mean that it's like what I really think happened. I have a theory. One day we'll talk about it. Because I don't want to talk about that without there being like something more substantial that I can kind of bring to the table. That one's sensitive because I really feel like the guy had issues. Like I don't think that it's like some sort of like lie that he had PTSD problems and that it was like severe. Like I think he had for real problems. I think he had issues. Okay. T-Mobile, bank, UPS. But not UPS, United Parcel Service. That is not the same as United States Postal Service. When was this? Regular UPS. When was this date? Pre-arrest. Delivery truck video. Okay, see, this is weird. And I know that I had a question about this one before. Okay. Any and all video that is recorded and stored on any delivery trucks that were in Moscow, Idaho between November 6th of 22 through November 14th of 22. Okay. Right. Yeah. These are the brown ones. Payne apparently gave proof over to Megan Marshall, which I would love to know what they actually show these judges because it sounds like they just sign stuff all willy-nilly and don't pay attention to a damn thing. Okay. Bryan doesn't live in Moscow. Bryan does not live in Moscow. Okay. This just says delivery truck video. $12.2. $12.2. This is way before they would have had anything IGG done on Bryan. I am not showing y'all the screen. And I'm looking at the chat too, and it's not even telling me that. Hold on a second. Okay. I'll show you again. Okay. 12.2. 12.2. Delivery truck video only. Any and all video that is recorded and stored on any delivery trucks that were in Idaho between the dates of November 6th and November 14th. So what is it? This wouldn't be about Bryan. When was this? I see y'all talking about this. Ethan was supposed to be at a study group and he didn't show up. When was this study group? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, he would have no longer been alive. Right. I would love to know what. Was it packaged for Kaylee maybe checking the driver? I don't know. It was Hunter that was late? Okay, Hunter who? J or C? But would it have been Kaylee Amethyst? Because she was at her parents'. She was at her parents' and she decided last minute to go back to the house. I don't think it would have been for Kaylee. But this is weird because it's just in Moscow, not delivered to a certain address, just driving around Moscow. That's not them surveilling to see what Bryan's doing. Unless they're trying to see if they can see. Well, I mean, obviously this was before Bryan. Well, so then what the hell were they looking for? Okay, but it's not the trucks that were driving around in this sector or whoever was assigned to this route. It's whoever drove around the entire town for a week straight to see if there was a pattern. But could they tell if there was a pattern if they were getting all kinds of different angles from all different times of days? This warrant is confusing. See, but why not just get a warrant for their mail? If it was something like that. I mean, maybe, but I mean, that's just strange because Moscow is, that's a lot of video that they're trying to get for something that's not the location of the crime. I posted it. I was watching it on that wherever WFLA where that JB guy is or whatever, and I posted it and it creeped me out because it had like a I mean it looked like a white car, but it had like a green tint to it, and it looks kind of strange. But the reason why it caught my attention was because it kind of like slowed down right as it was falling, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so weird." Yeah, it was crazy. It was creepy. And honestly, like the only thing that we've seen that is in that area so far is Linda Lane. And by the only thing we've seen so far is that it's black and white. So it technically could have been that weird ass green car. Technically could have been that weird ass green car pulling around in there, not wanting to park there, maybe changing their mind if that was a green car. But I heard there was a green car actually that is legit over there. Yeah, that guy, that Hey JB guy. Yeah, it's creepy, right? Right. No, I know that they had permission for the mail, but I don't think that they would need like videos of trucks and stuff. Like that's a bit strange. One second. My 6-year-old just brought me this and said, "It don't work because it's not making the apple noise." That's what I'm dealing with right now. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, he's disappointed. We just bought those. He's like, "They don't make the sound." Well, I'm not taking them back to the stove. Drink the juice. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what this is for. I don't know if anybody has been able to figure it out. I just feel like it's strange. And you're like, maybe just like looking around for something odd. But that's the whole town. Like, it's not specific to like the area. I don't know. I don't know. It's a bit strange. Okay. I'm going to have to, this is doing this again. Doing like a double thing on my screen. 1 second. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm going to have to reopen it again. Every time I end up like going back, it ends up doing this like double bar at the top of my screen for the share side. And it pushes my screen down where I can't read half of what's happening. Okay. All right. Let's go down here and see. Where were we? Okay. 1 second. Okay. He wanted his coconut shrimp. Gotta stop and do things. Okay. So that's weird. I'm going to keep saying it's weird. I don't know what they're looking for. I find it odd. It's not specific to the house. It's not specific to anything. It's the whole town. The entire town. Okay. Now I know that somebody mentioned the Yik Yak warrant. I remember looking through this. I remember looking at this one because I did videos on these. It's just been like almost 2 years. Almost 2 years since we first saw these. This one is Yik Yak. And let me show y'all what Yik Yak is. It's actually something that got like banned for bullying, I think. Like it allowed a bunch of unnecessary, horrible things. And yeah, it got like banned and then came back. Let's see. Oh, looks like it's back again. Okay. This is what it is. It's this.
Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to show you this social media app called Yik Yak. And this app is new, but it's actually an old app that shut down back in 2017. And just to give you an idea, back in its prime, in 2014, it was valued at $400 million. But I wanted to make this quick video to show you the app is very simple, but it's a unique idea to social media.
Okay.
And the idea with the app is that it's completely anonymous social media.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to like take y'all through the whole tutorial, but I just wanted to show y'all. I just wanted to explain what it was. Okay. So let's see. When was the date on this one? Ooh. After arrest. And I would just assume this is Bryan's just because it's after arrest. I'm probably right. Let's see. Cross my fingers. Yep. For Bryan. 2 different email addresses. Or is it 3? 1, 2, 3. 3 different email addresses. Phone number and or IMEI. And that's the only thing they had listed up here too. But they don't have a Yik Yak warrant for anybody else. But I guess the only thing they would really need is like, I guess somebody's name that they need to connect to this one. But they probably only have this warrant because he had the app on his phone at the time of his arrest. That's what I'm going to assume anyway. This is the order to seal the Google one. Does this show something? Let's see. Nope, that's just the sealing order. Okay. Here's another Google one. And these are after arrest. Lawrence Mowry. 1 Gmail account. For Bryan. Okay. Then we have TikTok. Prior, December 13th. Maddie and Kaylee. Maddie and Kaylee's phone numbers, and then an at Yahoo, an at Gmail. I don't remember whose number that is. And no, I don't remember. And then at Gmail. Okay, so we have Maddie, Kaylee, Xana. There's no Ethan on this one. What date was that served? Prior. Okay. This one was served on January 25th, so after. Something here, and then 2 Gmail accounts and an IMEI. For Bryan. Twitter. So I'm just going to go through real quick and look and see if there's more Twitter, because if they don't have more Twitter, then there's no reason to suspect maybe that he knew them from there either. Because they don't have any like correlating ones. Like for the victims, they're looking at Instagram, Snapchat, and what was the other one? Facebook. And for Bryan's stuff, it's TikTok, Twitter, Yik Yak. The only one they really have in common here is Google accounts, like them having Gmail accounts. It really seems to be pretty much it. Here's the Twitter one. I just looked at that one. Go back this way. Let's see. I think that's it for those guys. I think these are just seals. Maybe not. They're 17 pages. This is for Payne. After arrest, February 24th. Zip files of all digital records for the Google accounts of blank and blank. So this is for 2 people. Nope, just Bryan. Android ID. But I thought he had an Apple phone. Somebody said that he had an Android, and I was like, I don't know if that's true. Android ID. But this still says, oh, I guess he had two. Did he have two Gmail accounts? Because it says zip files of all digital records for the Google accounts of blank and blank. And means more than one. So who is it? Android ID? I could have sworn he had an iPhone. Interesting. Okay, now we have another Reddit. We have another Reddit. Maori. January 25th, after arrest. So these three lines are redacted information. Then there's a phone number and an IMEI. Says it's for the Reddit account of Bryan Kohberger. Well, we already knew there was a Reddit account too. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. I mean, it's obviously nothing new. We know about this for forever. But the fact that he had Reddit, I mean, I'm pretty positive everyone in the world knew about his Reddit accounts before these were ever public. Snap. Oh, is this one for Bryan? Let's find out. No. Didn't they already do that, though? Just them, though, not Bryan. After his arrest. Not Bryan. Now, here's the Strava thing. This isn't social media, but this is one of those. This is the one that I compared to from the Garrett report. Because on the Garrett report, there's Trail. And Trail is basically just like Strava. It's just a different icon, but it basically does the exact same thing. Like it's for exercise and hiking and all that stuff. So then we can also think about this like this. But I know that there was only like wasn't there only like 1 or 2 runs on the Strava app from what I remember? Like I did a video on it whenever we pulled up all the information that was available. But I'm wondering if if there's a way to like delete stuff or whatever. I feel like if I remember correctly, the dates and like the way that it looked like, it's almost as if it was being used for like one purpose and one purpose only, or maybe he only used it like maybe like once or twice and didn't like it. But I feel like they only pulled these warrants because they know that this was like either emails that he was getting, like notifications from these companies, or it was actually on his phone at the time that he was arrested. But if you think about it that way, even though I know, like I said, we only saw like a handful of dates, maybe like one. I remember specifically one. There might have been another one, but specifically one that was public for everybody to see. they have this information and they can still stand up and say he wasn't stalking them. He wasn't in the area 12 times close enough to the King Road. He was just touching the tower. And they have that on the Strava app. Well, then they would know that he didn't run anywhere near there either. He didn't go that way. He didn't go that way. So even with all of this, they can still stand up and say the stalking rumors are false statements, even with this kind of app of him running around, going to places and jogging, and it tracking his information. Here's a TikTok one. Who's this one for? Done by Maori. After arrest for TikTok. 1, 2, 4 lines of redacted, and then the IMEI redacted. And it says only for Bryan. Only for Bryan. But is it the same dates? Is this the exact same one? Let me go check the date again. Because there's another one for that up here. Which one was this? TikTok or Twitter? TikTok. C324. Here's a different one. Okay, so... Oh, okay. So that's like the only one they have the same. So far, from what I can tell. So this TikTok one is for Bryan. And this one right here. It wasn't switched over. This TikTok one is for Bryan. And this is the TikTok one from before Bryan's arrest. That was for Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana. That's the only one they have in common so far. And even with them having warrants for this exact same social media account, this didn't show up on Garrett Field's thing, so there's no TikTok one either, right? Okay, let's go back down where we were. TikTok. Okay, so that was the end of that one. Then we have all this other stuff with the media. Grand jury, cameras, all these crazy arguments they went into forever. I don't believe there was any more that were released or made public after that. Okay, here we go. I was wrong. Unless these are just seals. Oh, no, it's 14 pages. Meta? Yeah. Meta. Okay, let's see. Who's this one for? Again with Xana and Maddie. And it's for Instagram. And then we have this one for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be everybody in the house. 1, 2, yeah. So again, they're going after their information again. After Bryan's arrest and his name's not on the warrant. Is it on this one? Was he on this one? I don't think he was. No, I'm not tripping. Nope. Xana and Maddie for Instagram. Right here. Xana, Maddie, Instagram. Warrant from April 19th. This one is from March 30th for Facebook of Maddie, Dylan, Bethany, Kaylee, Ethan, and Xana. Xana, Instagram, Maddie, Instagram. Okay, this one's Facebook. Okay. March 30th again. What does this mean? Was not received. 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it says was not received. So I guess that just means that the information they asked for wasn't received back in. But whose was it? So this is what? What accounts are these? Instagram. So why are they doubling up on Instagram warrants? Xana, Maddie, Instagram. Maddie's right here. Xana's right here. Instagram again. The dates are different. November 13th, 22 to June 23rd. And this one is June 23rd. What? June 23rd to November 21st. Okay, right here. June 23rd to August 1st. So basically the same up until a certain point. Doubling up on warrants on them for what? Like, what new information are they expecting to get? I don't get it. Okay. Apple. Okay. We'll look at this one, even though I know it's not social media, just because I want to refresh my brain about this one. Because this one's after arrest, and it has a special agent Douglas on it as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's for Bryan's. Oh, doesn't even say. Oh, this is the one I remember they got an extended time for. It was like taking forever for them to get it back. Yeah, it doesn't show anything. So this is a warrant I think that a lot of people talk about because it's after arrest. It's for Amazon, and it just says customer name, email, phone, and all details basically pertaining to knives and accessories. Yeah, them serving a warrant because they knew that he shopped at Amazon doesn't really mean anything. I don't know why people like made a big deal about that. Now here's another Apple one. And it's after arrest. Who is this for? It's redacted. Apple ID, this one or this one. So this is two different IDs for an Apple phone. But it just also said that he had some sort of Android ID. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so here we have PayPal, Venmo again. And this is for who? Associated with the PayPal accounts for the following, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks, and then an IMEI number. And it's the same here, 1234 IMEI number. Huh. I don't know. Everybody uses PayPal, but it doesn't really look like it really means much of anything, honestly. Okay, now we knew that Bryan, we knew way before these came out that Bryan had a Spotify account because he had some sort of rap song or some crap on there. But this is for blank with any of the following identifiers, blank, 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 blank. Well, we already knew about it. It's probably Bryan's. Yeah, July 25th. Way forever. Like they arrest him in January and they wait until July 25th to get a Spotify warrant. But why? Like, why are you waiting so long if it's so important? It's just Spotify. Like, it just seems like it's not even worth the time. Okay, here's the YouTube warrant. Everybody's been in the comments tripping info. I might not be able to like get back to all your comments, but I can see you talking about it. Okay, so this literally just has YouTube account of blank with any of the following identifiers. Do we know if Bryan had a YouTube channel that they maybe took down? Or that maybe he had? And they took it down for some reason or checked it for some reason? What's the date on this? July 25th, 23. July 25th, 23. That's forever after. I mean, it's probably for Bryan, but we don't know because it's all redacted. I mean, it's just an assumption. So we really don't know. And then we have the, 1, 2, 3, 4 with an IMEI number. But what are they doing waiting 6 months? They arrest him basically in January because it's the end of December. It's very like beginning of the year. June 1st of 22 to December 29th of 22, which is a whole nother reason why we suspect that it's for Bryan because of the date being a cutoff the day before he was arrested. Yeah, but I wonder who it was. Are there any YouTube channels that you guys in the chat remember maybe listening to that were smaller and maybe disappeared right whenever Bryan was arrested? I mean, maybe not even ones talking about the Idaho case, honestly. I guess it could be for anything. I feel like my son is too loud. Give me a second. You're right. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to click on your damn comment. There it is. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a channel. It could I mean, I think they still call it channel. But yeah, it could be just where he's commenting, watching. Maybe not even commenting, watching. You couldn't hear him? I feel like he's loud when he plays his video games. He also had his door open because he's warming up my the youngest son's coconut shrimp. So he's like listening for the air fryer to go off. And he's just a little loud sometimes. But yeah, it could have just been a watch channel. I just figure my microphone picks up like everything. Okay, well, I'm glad you couldn't. Really? Sure, I guess he's not as loud as I think. Okay. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what else. But yeah, this doesn't give any other information. It's redacted. So I don't feel like it would be. I know somebody in here said they thought maybe it could be Olivia's. I don't think so. I mean, I think they would subpoena her for that maybe because she's so like involved with the Goncalveses or was. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with all that now. I mean, right? That's actually like a whole like good point right here. If he's anything like us, he watched YouTube prior to the crime. I mean, that's very possible. That's extremely possible. I mean, a lot of people watch YouTube, but not just for crime stuff. Like he could have gotten on here to learn all kind of different things. I mean, I've taught myself all kinds of stuff on YouTube. I've learned a lot of skills just sitting down for a few hours and binging a bunch of stuff on YouTube and going to Reddit forums and stuff. All right, let's see. I don't know if there's any more after this. I don't think there's been any more since that. Media. Back when we were just barely touching the double digits of the discovery requests, guys. It's crazy. There's 16. And actually, like, I know that 16 is a big number, right? Like, I understand that it sounds like it's a lot. But I heard, well, I not heard, like, I do some Googling on some stuff. I read it's like an average of 24 for capital cases. So we're technically a few away from the average. We're technically a few away. All right, let's see. Oh, there's the 11th one. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. There's some Mo. Oh, look, it got straight to it. I guess, yeah, that kind of like is proof that I've like went through these already because it's going like straight to it now that we're like opening these down here. So this one again, Instagram. They already searched these dates. They already searched June 23rd through November 21st. And again, after the crime as well, which is just always strange to me. And I'm, again, not sharing the TAM tab. Here it be. I really hate this. I don't like StreamYard anymore. I officially do not like StreamYard anymore. Whenever I'm going back and forth with all of these, like when I'm just one paging it, like with the big change of venue thing from this I can't even talk anymore. The Bryan's team, the big 300 and something page one, and then the 22 page one or whatever. When it's just one page, StreamYard's great. But whenever I got to go tab to tab and I'm trying to like, it makes me lose concentration and forget what I'm already reading because I'm having to like make sure the tab gets switched over. That's why I keep going back and being like, okay, Facebook, okay, Instagram. It's the stupid tab thing. I got to fix that. I got to figure out something else with that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Again, with the Instagram for Xana and Maddie and Kaylee, they did this already. So why are they doing it? See, that's just crazier to me because they're not doing it again. They're not doing extra for Bryan, and he's the one in jail. He's the one in jail. So how come they don't have more warrants for him? Again, with the girls. Again, whenever they've done it twice prior. Come on. Okay, so this is a Microsoft account. What date is this? Is this after Linda Lane happened? 7/24/23. Is this after Linda Lane? I need to go back and look. I probably mentioned it in a video whenever I did this document update when it happened, but I just can't remember now. (7/24) is the date that he moved to Washington. Is that what you're talking about? Or am I a different date? Hmm. 6/22. Okay, 6/23. Oh, okay, yeah, June. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Because there's also like that's also around the same date he opened that new phone line, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then IMEI and OneDrive Res ID. Associated with, no further information. From January 1st of 22 to December 30th of 22, which is why people believe it's Bryan's. But why are they taking so long? They arrested him and had all of his stuff. Let's just say January again. They didn't send whatever the hell this is until 7 months later. This is another reason it feels like they've just wasted so much time. Like, what are they really doing trying to get all of the discovery and trying to get all of the evidence, blah, 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 doing all these warrants all this time later? Like, it doesn't seem like they were trying to do their job, like, literally at all. Literally at all. Okay, so here's another TikTok. Ethan. From June 1st to November 14th, Dylan and Bethany. Who's on the other one? Tick. I'm so stupid. TikTok. Go to the other one. This is the one from 5/31. And it is for Bryan. And the one from right after his arrest that was posted is for who? Is this the exact same thing? This is the exact same thing. This is the exact same thing. Am I tripping? I think I'm tripping. I'm not tripping though. Okay. Yeah, this is all the way down here. Okay, I'm going to represent the screen because it did that stupid weird double stuff. Okay, so we got TikTok. This is the first one. This is 123 of 24. I'm just going to get them all nice and opened in order. 324 and then 531. Okay, yeah, I'm not tripping. They are the freaking same. Okay, so this is the first one from January, and this is Ethan's, Dylan's, and Bethany's only. Then we switch over. This is the one from March. And this is the one that is for Maddie, Kaylee, and Xana. So then why did they do another one in May? Oh, that one's for Bryan. Interesting. July 24th, 2023. Ethan, Dylan, Bethany. Why are they doing these so separately? I don't understand. See, this is what I mean by it doesn't feel like they've tried to do their job. This is so spaced out. It doesn't even make any sense. 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's see what else is on here. There was another thing down here. Temp seal. Yeah. We've got to go way down here because we were at the 11th supplemental going down. Okay. Yeah, because here's that one TikTok one that we were at. All right. Okay, yeah, this is where we were. IgG stuff. 12 supplemental. 15th. I think that's probably it, guys. Because we haven't had any recent warrants unsealed. So notice what we didn't see. We didn't see an Instagram warrant for Bryan, did we? Sure didn't. Do meta one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are the seals. Was this one for Bryan? No, look at that. That's for Xana. Maddie and Kaylee. I'm not seeing a warrant for Bryan for Instagram. So you would think that if he was following them on Instagram, there'd be a warrant for it, right? And there's not. Not here anyway. I'll give it that. Not here anyway. But this is the arresting agency, I guess. So you would think that if they were trying to actually make sure that this man stays locked up, and I'm going to run through these one more time, just make sure I'm just like not talking shit for no reason. Like I'm just going to do it. Wouldn't there be a warrant for Instagram? There's not one for Instagram for Bryan. Here we go again. Kaylee for Facebook. And it does that. See, if I close off the X and it goes away and it just makes me lose my mind. And I hate this so much. They need to fix it. They've got to fix it. Then we have again, Xana, Ethan, Kaylee, blank, 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 pre-arrest, not Bryan. This is a one for Xana. Ethan for Facebook. Maddie for Facebook. Ethan for Instagram. That's the first set of them. Now let's go down to the other ones. I hate this so much. Oh my gosh, it is on my nerves. Okay. Go down. Here's the other three. For here. Here we have Bethany, Dylan, Ethan, Xana, Kaylee. For Insta. Maddie, Dylan, Bethany, Kaylee, Ethan, Xana. Facebook. Instagram, Xana, Maddie. This is the last one. Xana, Maddie, Kaylee. And I rest my case. For now. Which one of these is the one I made? Right here. Wouldn't there be a warrant for Instagram if he was following them on Instagram? Or if like dude tried to say one of them had accepted a request for Bryan to follow them, wouldn't there be a warrant for Instagram? I don't understand why they haven't looked at that and paid attention with all that crap that they talked about how, oh no, he had to have been, and oh no, there was a connection. No, there wasn't. Steve Goncalves is telling lawyers on YouTube. The state can't figure it out. Yeah, we know. We know. Yeah, they were. Carly, they were fake. And that's actually something like Melissa Jade has sent me screenshots. Like I actually have them on my phone right now of the screenshots. Maybe I need to pull them up one of these days and put a little thingy together. I'll ask her if she doesn't mind if I use them. But she sent them to me forever ago. And it's screenshots from prior to his arrest, and his name was not on there. And so many sleuths, whether they have a channel or not, all right, went through these people's social media with a fine tooth comb, all right? Took photos, took screenshots, found out who was following them, looked into people that were, we all know how we do out here, okay? Some of y'all do the social media stalking thing. I don't. Lots of you guys do. Y'all go in there and y'all find they cousin baby's mama's twice removed ex's uncle's teacher from kindergarten 30 years ago. Y'all figure it all out because y'all good like that, okay? I don't do any of that stuff. There's nothing to prove that they had anything in common here except, what was it, TikTok? Was it TikTok? And notice TikTok's not on the Garrett Field or whatever the hell his name's report, whatever the hell it is, Discovery Report, Garrett Discovery Report. Now, I don't say anything like with certainty because, again, all right, like the Fed stuff and all that other stuff, it's not anywhere. What in the world is this? YouTube just sent me something saying they removed my content. From where? A post I posted on October 7th of 2022. What? You see how they're messing with me? You see how they are constantly messing with me? What are they talking about? That would have been like 2 days after I created my channel. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Can y'all see that? Oh no, that stupid ass ring light. Is it going to fix? It's not going to fix, is it? It's going to be horrible. Oh my God. It's not going to do it. Anyway, yeah. It apparently, what? Okay, now I got to go see. Like, I'm not going to show y'all my email or whatever, but they're not going to like even show me. That's like the stupid part about it. They're not even going to tell me exactly what it was. I literally created my channel. I'll show you the date. Is it going to show me the post? Are they serious? This is stupid. Let me show y'all. Oh. This literally shows you my stance from the very beginning. I don't know. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all are, this is funny. This is funny. It's about the death penalty and this case. So it's extremely interesting to me that I just got this just now. Look at this. Okay. Not that. Hold on. This part right here. Okay. I wrote this in a community post about the death penalty and Bryan Kohberger. And if it's him, then sure, he deserves it. But we need to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm not going to like read out loud what I said because apparently they have a problem with what I said. But all this literally says is that I'm a Texan and I support the DP. Even though it's flawed, some people don't deserve to breathe. Seriously. And then it just goes on to talk about how they had 54 to 55 days at the time of this post to decide whether they wanted to actually pursue the death penalty or not with Bryan. And at the end of it, it just says death penalty for whoever did this, Bryan or not. Why are they messing with me all of a sudden? See? And they even tried to tell me earlier that there's nothing they could do about the copyright thing. I'm like, oh, bullshit. Bullshit. So I went back into the music category and found the Domini Beats or whatever song that I used, the Warzone. I don't even really know what the hell it's called. I went and found it on the catalog and it still shows. I don't even have to put the song information in my description box. Like no recognition of who it is. It's completely free. Do whatever you want with it. Use any videos, blah, blah, blah. It still has a completely free global licensing on it. So why are they doing this? Why are they messing with me? Dumb. But you know, it's not the Goncalveses, at least, because, you know, they obviously want the death penalty here. So that's crazy. They're always messing with me. They're always messing with me. I'm surprised they even showed me which post it was. Like, I had to go in and click it. It is wild to me. They always messing with me, bro. Oh, is there two? They're going back and checking like a bunch of my stuff. They're trying to get my channel taken down. Because that one is not even the one I got the email about. That one I actually just got 20 minutes ago. They apparently had an issue with one from 10/7 of 22. But look, I just tried to click on it and it tells me it's not there. Let's see, look. I just clicked on the one from 10/7 and 22. And it says that it was removed for violent and graphic content policy. On 10/7 of 22, that was literally like as soon as I made my channel. Like, no joke. I'm confuzzled. Like, right? I don't even get it. Like, I literally deleted my crap on accident. Like, it wasn't even like somebody hacked me. It literally was because something happened that went wrong. It said logical oddity, 55 videos, 3,800 and something subscribers. And I said, yes, that's the one. That ain't the description of this channel. So there was no reason for me to have the problems that I had yesterday. And then while we're at Walmart getting medications, all of a sudden my phone starts going off on the YouTube studio because it's like, checks complete for all of my videos. And I'm like, oh, I guess now it's going to end up fixing everything. I'm just seeing the date. Okay. My very first video was posted on August 16th of 2022. And October, what happened in October that I would have posted? October 7th is whenever we started talking about the Alert California live fire cams in the Kylie Rodney case. I highly doubt that what I posted on October 7th would have been graphic, violent, whatever the hell they just said. So that doesn't even make sense. I know, isn't that crazy? I saw your comment. I know tomorrow's 8/16. Yes, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow would literally be the 2-year anniversary of my channel. And that crazy shit happened yesterday. And now they're messing with me. They're going to make me mad. They're going to make me mad. For nothing. Because what I put on there doesn't even, like, the whole thing about me supporting the death penalty doesn't even have any cuss words in it. Mm, 2022. August 16th, 2022 is my first video. No, they don't. My very first video was, I'll show you right here. I have a cover of me singing a Rihanna song. And then I have my first video. I'll show you right now so you know your comment's not right. June 19th, 2021, I posted my Rihanna cover. And then August 16th, 2022, these are my videos in order. So no, 2 years ago. And then this is the only one right here. So, 'tis all. I mean, maybe it did alert the algorithm monster. I don't know. It's kind of stupid and they're going to piss me off. I don't know what their issues are. But then it's like a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't affect my channel. A whole bunch of stuff that doesn't affect my channel. Well, then why are you bothering me? It's annoying. Annoying. Yeah, I deleted my Delphi videos because I couldn't keep up on the case and it wasn't fair for me to just have a bunch of videos out there all willy-nilly with no closing. It had been, 6 months since I was able to do a Delphi video, so I just deleted it. That's why I told y'all guys, I don't like getting into cases that I'm not in from the beginning because I feel like I can't keep up with them. I get information mixed up because it's hard to see what's legit and stuff. I deleted those like about a month ago because there was just no way that I was going to be able to keep up with what was happening on top of Idaho and wanting to talk about other cases that don't get any coverage. Like this channel talked about Caleb Harris and everyone else was talking about Riley Strain. Not to say that he didn't deserve attention too, but that's the route that this channel went, the path less traveled, I guess. I don't really like just jumping into stuff. I don't like jumping into stuff. That's why I don't talk about like Summerwells or a couple other cases, even though I have I have my own opinions, but I deleted them. I personally didn't feel right getting revenue off of videos where people couldn't go in and get all of the valid information for me because I wasn't keeping up with it. And there's so many better channels out there. There's so many better channels out there that are putting out like legit info. Grizzly, Defense Diaries. There's so many better channels out there for Delphi. My videos didn't need to be out there changing it. That's how I felt about it. So I took it down, took them down. Yeah. Your friend has an anomaly channel. Anomalies are cool. Anomalies are cool. I know. I want to cover more. My job helps me, do what I need to do, but I really wish I didn't have an obligation for 8 hours a day because I would do a whole lot more and get a lot more like traffic out there for things that aren't getting as much traffic. That's what I want to be doing. So I don't know. But I guess that's it. But as you can see, no Instagram warrant. No Instagram warrant. So for their whole story about how he was following the girls on Instagram and how all of a sudden home dude discovery face is like, oh, one of them even accepted his request back to follow them. Where's the Insta warrant for Bryan? Where is it? That's all I have to say. And that UPS one is more confusing to me now, I guess. Because it really is like they were just kind of like getting every piece of video from all over Moscow. I don't know. It seems weird. They might be looking for like, what would they be looking for? Like, what would they be looking for? Specifically. All of them? Like, just to like see if they can like get a glance of all of the victims and the two roommates and anybody that they know just to see if they could like get an idea of their daily life in Moscow? Because I don't know what else that could be. That's strange. But I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I actually took tomorrow off. So I'm probably going to stay up late and watch some TV and try to relax for a little while. It's already 10 o'clock. And I want to go warm up some food. Hopefully my son didn't eat all the coconut shrimp. Is your first time seeing the warrants? Yeah, I mean, again, these are just the only ones from Moscow. There could be other ones. There could be other ones. I don't. I guess I can't really say I don't think there is. I just know that regardless if there is or not, the statements being made by both the defense and the state are still remaining the same consensus of they can't prove Bryan did shit. Basically where I'm at. But that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the sticker. Say it louder. Very, 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 very much appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. You guys have a great night. I will probably see you guys this weekend. I will go ahead and get one more thing. I'll go ahead and get a summarization of the change of venue paperwork done tomorrow at some point and get that posted because I know like the shorter videos are, that's what I prefer. I love going live with you guys, but I know when I'm going to try to catch up on something, I definitely prefer the shorter version. So I need to work out a schedule for like the concise summaries at the ends. I'll figure that out soon. I will figure that out soon. So y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well. Do not let the bed bugs bite. See y'all.